Moderator, my fellow citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis, tonight I have dedicated Leadership Matters to allow the people of our Federation to pay their respects to a beloved son, patriot, and leader of St. Kitts and Nevis, in His Excellency Vance Winkworth Amory. He was a loyal citizen, talented cricketer, teacher, banker, community activist, public servant, politician, premier, senior minister, and ambassador extraordinary plenipotentiary assigned in the office of the Prime Minister. It was on Saturday, April 2nd, with great sadness that I addressed the nation on the passing of Ambassador Vance Amory. Over the past 10 days, we received an outpouring of love and tributes for a truly great man. Tributes have come from politicians, teachers, bankers, diplomats, the clergy, as well as from supporters and opponents. A theme of service resonates: dedication to people and country, honesty and decency, level-headedness and intelligent diplomacy, strong, steady, and sober leadership. For others, what stood out were his God-fearing nature, his intelligence, his resourcefulness, and strong determination. His charming, infectious personality was evident to all. It is testament to his yeoman service as a public servant that tributes were received from across the entire hemisphere. These tributes came from prime ministers, premiers, ambassadors, and organizations like the ECCB, the OECS, CARICOM, and ALBA. Ambassador Vance Amory was widely known, widely respected, and admired. I was able to witness these qualities firsthand when he served as senior minister in our teen unity government from February 2015 until June 2020. He became an excellent friend, a reliable confidant, and mentor. His story, in my view, is one of extraordinary successes and accomplishments. We wish tonight to celebrate him, his life, his accomplishments, and his immense contribution to our nation's growth and development. He became the headmaster of the Charlestown Secondary School at the young age of 28. He became manager of the Nevis branch of the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank in 1981, when he was just 32. In 1983, he was appointed permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance in the Nevis Island administration. Ambassador Amory was also an accomplished cricketer, playing for Nevis, the Leeward Islands, and Combined Islands teams. He also played for cricket clubs in Barbados and the Virgin Islands. His faith in God was unshakable. He was a devout Anglican, graduating from altar boy to lay reader. Ambassador Vance Amory, with others, founded the Concerned Citizens Movement in 1987. He entered politics with a profound philosophy that there was a better way of doing things. He attracted and appreciated talent and allowed that talent to grow in ways best suited. In 5 years after its formation, the Concerned Citizens Movement, with Vance Amory as its leader, took control of the Nevis Island administration. Having just turned 43 a month earlier, he became the youngest premier on Nevis. The rest, as we would say, is history. Premier Vance Amory and the CCM would go on to serve 3 successive terms from 1992 to 2006. He was called upon again by the people of Nevis to lead the NIA in 2013. He is the longest serving Premier on the island of Nevis. A better way of doing things was indeed found. His prudent fiscal policies and clear vision for expansion bore fruit. Under his premiership, the landscape and the economy of Nevis improved dramatically and permanently. In the 10 years from 1992, Nevis saw unprecedented infrastructural and housing boom. Middle-class communities such as Ramsbury, Upper Stony Grove, Marion Heights, and Prospect developed. Projects such as the Newcastle Airport expansion to becoming upgraded to an international airport, the Deepwater Port at Long Point, the Charlestown Port and waterfront upgrade and expansion. There was the asphalt plant commissioning, which built expertise and lowered the cost of road repairs. During his premiership, construction of the Samuel Hunkins Drive and the Charlestown Bypass Road were completed. This eliminated congestion and pollution in Charlestown. The list is by no means exhaustive. The end result was that the livelihoods of Nevisians improved dramatically. As a patron of the arts, he secured funding for the construction of the Nevis Performing Arts Theatre. I am advised that Steel Pan, in particular, took a huge leap forward under his administration. He promoted industry and commerce. He contributed to the development of the manufacturing sector on the island of Nevis. The industrial sites at Pinneys and Prospects were developed. Premier Amey worked tirelessly to build the financial services sector and promoted education tourism, leading to the construction of the Medical University of the Americas. During his tenure as Premier, he effectively managed the transformation of the island of Nevis, leaving it in a better position to meet the challenges of the future. For my part, I will always be grateful for his contribution to the formation and growth of the Team Unity movement. His calm, level-headed approach and abiding commitment to the concept of unity help us to deliver unprecedented support to our citizens and residents on both islands. To encapsulate a life so full with accomplishments, impact and contributions in the time permitted is impossible. But surely history and the historians will document favorably the work, life and legacy of former Premier and Ambassador, His Excellency Vance Winkworth Amory. In every respect, his life was a success. As a husband, father, brother, scholar, sportsman, educator, banker, civil servant, politician, leader, and ambassador. This assessment is according to those who would have grown with him, worked with him, and felt the benefits of him being simply Vance Amory. He brought a humility and distinguished dignity to public life and the offices he held. He had time for everyone, it seemed, and he would joke and laugh wherever he engaged his people. On a personal level, over the last 7 years, the first 5 as a senior minister in my cabinet, and the latter 2 as ambassador, I can attest to his sincerity, humility, and team-building approach, and of course, his absolute trustworthiness. He left us the best example of humanitarianism and leadership. He advocated quiet diplomacy, which evidently works so much better. He was never loud or boisterous, yet he got so much accomplished. He was an empowering force for youth and women. He charted a course and he ran a tight financial ship. He was always forward-looking. As Premier and Ambassador, he would have touched many lives directly and indirectly. He was a shining example of leadership and citizenship. We should all endeavor to emulate him. May God bless his soul. I extend again my sympathies to his wife, his children, siblings, other family members, and colleagues in the Nevis Island administration, and above all, to all the people of Nevis and St. Kitts. I thank you for joining this program tonight.